Thunderous cheers and tearful embraces marked the homecoming of 1,000 Ukrainian prisoners of war exchanged with Russia on Sunday. But behind the scenes, a storm of outrage was brewing. Among the loudest voices of discontent was Denys Prokopenko, commander of Ukraine's Azov National Guard unit, who condemned the absence of Azov fighters in the high-profile swap, calling it a shame and a betrayal of those who've endured nearly 4 years in brutal Russian captivity. In a furious post on May 25th via Facebook, Prokopenko didn't hold back.
I refuse to believe the excuse that Azov soldiers are absent because the Russians refuse to release them. If that were true, neither I nor any Azov fighters would have ever been freed. The reason is different. If the current exchange mechanism fails repeatedly, expecting a different result is madness. We must change tactics. If the Russians refuse to exchange Azov fighters for their regular soldiers, we will offer them someone more valuable than their contract soldiers. Ukraine is full of Russian agents, and our intelligence services know exactly who they are. They just need to be activated.
He also accused Kyiv of lacking the will to bring Azov soldiers home, arguing they were captured while following official orders and therefore deserve priority in any negotiation. Azov fighters, especially those seized during the fall of Mariupol, have long been seen as symbols of Ukraine's resistance since their 2014 inception in Donbass. Their continued detention and now exclusion from this landmark exchange has stirred fresh outrage among comrades and families. Responding to the backlash, Andriy Yusov, deputy head of Ukraine's coordination headquarters for the treatment of prisoners of war, acknowledged that Azov soldiers and others captured before 2022 were not part of the deal. Speaking to Ukrainian broadcaster Suspilne, Yusov explained that the swap was conducted based on mutual lists proposed by both sides, and admitted that Russia ignores or outright refuses to include those held since 2014. While many Ukrainians celebrated the return of their loved ones, the glaring absence of the Azov Brigade has cast a dark shadow over the exchange. What should have been a moment of collective relief has instead reopened painful wounds and deepened questions over Ukraine's wartime decision-making.